once more welcome to the continuation of hearing the investigation of the near collapse of the capital market. Today I'm going to take about 8 submissions. Let's see how far we can go. First, the National Insurance Commission. So the representative should come forward and make his presentation.
I, George, the Senator Monekela, do solemnly affirm that the evidence I shall give before this committee shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
George
Monekela, and Deputy Commissioner of Finance and Administration, National Insurance Commission.
Any letter from your ND?
From my commissioner.
Oh, commissioner.
I don't have a letter from him, sir.
Why?
Until I got here yesterday, I didn't know I needed to send that letter.
Presentation to the House of Representatives ad hoc committee on the investigation into the near collapse of the capital market. Are you aware of this document?
Yes.
It runs into about 6 pages.
Yes.
It is not signed by anybody, and it is not on the letterheading of NICOM, admitting that it emanated from your organization.
Yes, sir.
And you as one of the documents to be used by this committee.
The chairman, other committee on the capital market, honorable members of the committee, ladies and gentlemen. Chairman, I had the opportunity of being here yesterday, and I recognized your concern about the value that will be added by presenters in this event. The paper you have, there are some of the issues there that people have gone over and over again. I will go through and I will just emphasize some of the points which I think will add value to the work of this committee. Before I start, I think it's essential that members of the committee appreciate the character of our organization with respect to the subject which you are investigating. The National Insurance Commission has regulatory powers over the activities of insurance companies, insurance brokers, and loss adjusters. The overriding objective or purpose of the Commission is to protect the protection of policy holders. So that's our primary concern. We also have objective of ensuring acting as advisors to the federal government as far as the protection of federal government assets are concerned. So, in what we do, our primary objective is how do we protect policy holders. In this presentation, I will make reference to what we do to advance the interests of shareholders. But I will say that our primary purpose is to protect policy holders. Now, the stock market plays a very critical role in economic growth by facilitating savings by individuals and providing avenues for the financing of organizations and governments. Up till mid-2007, the Nigerian stock market was the toast of many Nigerians and foreign investors until the bubble burst in the first quarter 2008. The promise of the Nigerian stock market was well captured by a report by the International Monetary Fund in 2007, in which the African stock markets, including Nigeria, were characterized as follows. Despite the problems of small size and low liquidity, African stock markets continue to perform remarkably well in terms of return on investment. The Ghana Stock Exchange was adjudged as the world's best performing market at the end of 2004, with a year return of 144% in United States dollar terms, compared to 30% return by Morgan Stanley Capital International Global Index. Within the continent itself, 5 other provinces, Uganda, Kenya, Egypt, Mauritius, and Nigeria, apart from Ghana, were among the best performing in the year. So we have a characteristic of historical performance also last year. Mr. Chairman, sir, 2 features I think we need to take note of in that comment. 1 is the small size. 2 is the low liquidity. So, if we are looking at the recovery achieved internationally following the outcome of the financial crisis, we should recognize that those stock markets were bigger, and also those stock markets had greater liquidity than we have. These 2 factors have played a critical role in what we have experienced in this economy. So, when we are going to be comparing, we should look at light with light. Now, causes of the net collapse. From our point of view, the first factor is the characteristic of the Nigerian Stock Exchange. It's a small stock exchange, level of liquidity is low, and it's more or less a mono stock exchange. Most of the people are just stock and shares. And this reduces the flexibility that we have. In our experience as regulators, we try to ensure that the insurance companies invest properly. But you hear stories like our investment committee, we have looked at this market and we only have about 20 stocks that we think that we should put in our portfolio. I mean, when you have that kind of knowledge, you see the characteristics of the stock market. The second factor was the condition of the market, excess supply of shares. I think a lot of people have discussed about this excess supply of shares. We don't need to talk more about that. Thirdly, the low quality of investment advisory services. The business of advising people on investment is a professional job. But before that, a lot of the people you have who advise people in this they don't understand the issues. Thirdly, some of the insufficiently informed investors. But one of the things you find what Nigerians do is that people, what they call, I don't know for what's the better word, people, me-tooism. People just take actions without understanding. A lot of people that went into the stock market, they don't understand the stock market. That the stock market is a vehicle for long-term investment. Now, this whole losses that people have suffered affect every shareholder, both the small and the big. But the people who are long-term investors will wait. There are some of us that we are waiting because we know that this market, at the end when we need our money, which is for our pension, then the market will be better. But there are so many people who are short-term investors, they came to the market with very little understanding of why they are there. And it's just like you hear when he's swimming, and you say, look, oh, he's fashionable to swim, and the young man will try to go and impress the girls that are around. He gets to the pool, he's going to need lifeguards to take him out. And that is what has certainly happened. Next picture, the psychology of participants. What happened in that period, sir, was a period of reckless behavior. Even some of us who were informed enough, we had our money in capital market, we did not move our funds to the capital market. You know, we knew what people should have done. And when you look at the market, the price was rising. Everyone was saying, oh boy, this thing is not going to continue. But did you flood our funds? No. Well, the reason why some people did not flood our funds may be in case of where do you take your money to. Again, the size of the stock market. Because they're just coming from a dispensation where people had challenges with the banks. And he felt that the stock market was here to save. But greed took over. Now when you take greed multiplied by ignorance, when you multiply them, you get something very, very complex. And you have the kind of disastrous outcome that we witnessed. Let's start with the global financial crisis actually played a role. So one of the things we must note in the choice we make in this country is that when you enter the global arena, the rules of the game will change. Because you will now be subject to the forces of some international institutions, individuals and organizations who will be outside your control. So people will bring in capital and they will move out capital. So if you cannot adjust for that, then you have the kind of situation we have. We have the case of the reported fallout of foreign investors. The word reported is used advisedly because in our capacity as a regulator, we don't have access to that information that was reported. Then the performance of the companies themselves in terms of any dividends and bonuses. Sir, it is this committee also said that we know that we are talking about a market. And market is the interplay of the forces of demand and supply. Now, if these companies are good, I would say that what some people are doing now. Check the companies. Where the price of a company is much lower than the value of the company, you buy. Until this economy dies, those companies are not there. So I can tell you that some people are busy taking positions. You do analysis. Oh, the net of this company is maybe 10 naira per share. So okay, let me adjust this. Let me remove some of those things like maybe they are fixed assets, those things that were affected by technology. Comes to 5 naira per share. When the price of the share in the stock market 50 kobo, you buy, you put your money away and wait for the day of recovery. That's the logic. So one of the data issues are how are these companies performing? What dividends are they giving? You know, so that's the thing. Because if these companies are doing very well, then of course it's really just natural. When something is good, you buy. You know, but if it is not good, what are we doing? Of course, we have had credit crunch in the system. After the challenges of 2009, a lot of small businesses that didn't have access to credit do not have access. In fact, all sectors were affected by this development. So that's the problem also. Small businesses are having challenges. People cannot go. So they don't have surplus to invest. Well, so after you have succeeded in taking your obtaining financial needs as well to invest. There are cases of private placement offers that competed with the capital market. A lot of private placement came around. And of course, that time, what was happening was everybody expected that, oh, this company is going to be placing money, is going to be listed. So I did not send any document where I say promise that we are going to release this company after the purchase of these shares. That's very, very important. But I do know that some of the people who were marketing this product, we say, this is good. They're going to be listed. Now those things affected because people were now, if these people were now pulling money from the main market and going to invest in the shares of these companies. So those are the factors that caused the collapse. So Minister, there is something I want to say before I go into recommended solution. That is the role of National Insurance Commission. What we have done in interim to try to address the challenges that affect insurance companies, with a view to ensure that what happens in the capital market, we try to minimize its impact on both insurance companies themselves and the investors in insurance companies. One of the things you find at SAP, and this is very important, is the approach of the National Insurance Commission to addressing the issues in the industry. Contrary to the impression that the man from the Proactive Shareholders Association said yesterday, you will not find the National Insurance Company saying anything negative about insurance companies in the press. We know we have a responsibility to manage these companies. We know we have a responsibility to grow these companies. And we know that insurance products are not in very high demand. And every negative word that goes out there will further create problems for the insurance companies. So we take very measured steps when we deal with insurance companies. We are regulators, and our job is to regulate. Our job, we are not undertakers. Our point is not to place on employment. So what we do is we take actions against insurance companies. When they are falling out of line, I will put them back online. We take actions against insurance brokers when they fall out, we put them back online. And you will hear, sir, some people will be saying, oh, NICOM is tough, but you will never see a NICOM official saying on the paper. The people that are regulated, they know what we are doing, and they are fully believers of what we are doing, and everybody is falling into shape. But let me get to specifics, sir. One of the first things we have done, which we did in 2010, is to harmonize financial reporting by insurance companies. Because, sir, we recognize that for this industry to grow, for us to exploit the huge potentials that exist in this country, particularly in the light of the Local Content Act, insurance companies need a lot of capital. And if this capital, if their financial reports are not properly structured, they are not able to get the kind of local and foreign capital that they require. So we have harmonized financial reporting by insurance companies. If you pick the financial statements of insurance companies today in Nigeria, and you compare them with what we have internationally, you will see what we are talking about. They are comparable. Number two, we have carried out a very deliberate and intensive campaign on creating awareness of compulsory insurances. Our effort is within the framework that is established by the SSS 2020 agenda. And we have tried to encourage Nigeria to take compulsory insurances because we believe that those are the low-hanging fruits. And based on the figures we have, we believe that if we succeed in this, the demand for the product of insurance companies will increase, and it will have a salutary effect on their performance, and the attractiveness of insurance company shares in the stock market will be better. Number three, sir, action taking. We try to adopt a more dynamic approach to regulation. We take very careful study of the market, and we ensure that our guidelines address most of the issues, the challenges we have in the market. Number four, sir, we use our investment guidelines. Now, investment guidelines may not have positive impact, but we do control within the framework of the law where insurance company place their investment. So, in terms of the recovery of capital markets, we are taking very definite measured steps to increase the confidence of both the insurance public and the shareholders in the capital market. We are very cautious of the the importance of confidence. And we do not, on the page of newspaper, go and announce what we are doing to regulate the market. And I think that has added a lot of value. Now, go to recommended solutions. Now, the first thing we are recommending is that there should be an enhancement of regulatory oversight to address lessons learned from the crisis. We are living in a highly dynamic and increasingly complex world. You find that as regulator you have your framework in place. But the people that are operating, they are investing heavily in options how they can beat your framework. So you find that no regulator will say he or she knows it all. You learn as the market evolves. So we advise that there should be enhancement regulatory oversight to address it. Number two, all foreign cases of malfeasance should be punished. One of the challenges we have in this country, sir, is that people don't have respect for the law. The average Nigerian believes that you can do anything and get away with it. Now, if we do not stop that culture, then we know that there is no rule of law. And what we're going to have is anarchy. I mean, we had because of the banking industry, the way people did this and people did that, nothing has been done to punish anybody. We have a stock market, and I think this is a living system. This current living system will continue to have cases where people will take steps to abuse the opportunity they have to provide service. And if we learn that what happened in the United States, we have this man he called, what was it made of? Madoff, okay. They are taking action against him. All those who have committed all this crime, either in the banking industry, they actually are taken against them. But here, people come, they acquire assets, they take this and all we just forget about it. If we don't have that culture of respect for the rule of law, then we can't expect progress. Because what really deters prevent people from committing crimes, and they know that they can be caught. I remember something when I was in consulting side for Mercedes. We are dealing with one international company. They assisted us in marketing. And when we were executing the project, they couldn't participate. So what do? So, but we have come, we have made this profit. Since you assisted us, let us give you a share of the profit. I mean, people say no. They cannot account for this money because money that you have not worked for is either a bribe or something that they refuse. So we have to have a culture of accountability and respect for the law. Number two is financial education of Nigerians on financial planning. Nigerians are highly ignorant. This is a way of education now. Even some financial planners are not sufficiently informed on issues because financing is a life issue. And this deficiency has been internationally recognized. I think there's one international, another country that little that they have financial education. I think that the regulators are taking some steps in that direction. I'm talking about education, sir, which is very cheap, then the person is probably not really just careless, but also reckless. So it's important that the issue of risk management be brought onto the national agenda. That is not a subject only for corporations, it's not a subject only for communities, it's not a subject for government and also individuals. Now, financial advisors will be required to provide balanced, documented advice to their clients. But this is one of the things missing in this country. For other jurisdictions, for you to give an advice, you must document it. You must document it. I know in the UK, you must document the advice you give, so that there will be, you can be assessed. There can be assessed that your advice is fit for the purpose of your client. But what you find that there is no record anywhere as to who is giving advice. People who hold themselves out as professionals must be required in this country to document the advice that they give. If you are selling a financial product, document your advice. And get your advice, just like a doctor, sir. Like I said, if you go to the clinic, why does the doctor document? He documents what your problem is, It documents what has been prescribed. Now, when there's a problem, so I don't know how, is that just of professional negligence? If there is a lot of professional negligence, you call on the indemnity insurance. That's the essence of professional indemnity insurance is there. Is there a claim available from professional indemnity insurance market? I think a lot of people have been involved. I think we're involved in still awareness. The other area that I like to have challenge. Why? Because people do not understand it. I'm going to implement financial reporting standards. So even holding bonds, you see how dangerous bonds can be. The issue of education is very, very important. Some people think that, oh, because you went to school, or because you're an accountant, that you can deal with bonds. Sir, it's not so. So this issue of bonds, people need to know, so what are the issues in this bond? Try to understand these bonds. Also, on the issue of the middle market, there are some other products that are coming up. Other products that are coming up.
regulation. You are a regulator. You understand? You talk about malfeasance in the system that ought to be detected and punished. So we want to find out why is it that these practices are going on and no government agency is detecting and punishing them. If the insurance company tells me I am selling these shares because I want to raise it to invest in the capital market, maybe because of my profession, I know that I cannot trust them with money to invest in the capital market. So that is going to form one of the parameters that I'm going to use to decide either to buy their shares or not. So by the time they have told me they want to expand their business, maybe I'm a lover of insurance business and I want to see big insurance companies, that is enough for me to buy the shares. Now when it turned out that the money I gave them to expand their business, they have put it in the capital market, that is a breach of trust. It is fraud.
That is fraud, completely.
So who is supposed to deal with this? Is it your agency or SEC? Why was it not done in these cases?
So I know no data. Because if you look at normal policy, what is it? Look at this that happened. Yeah.
As an investor, to tell me you want to go to the market to raise money, and so are you interested? And I ask you, why do you want to raise money? You say you want to open new branches of your, have more money to inject. In the prospectus, we are not stating in the market because people, investors know where to put their money. And once you have collected this money, instead of doing what you said you will do in the prospectus, you now go and dump the money in buying shares. And the thing goes down with the market. We are asking, who is supposed to regulate this kind of activity? Is it you, NICOM, or you say SEC? Because we're going to find out who is supposed to regulate it.
I don't know to be honest. What I'm trying to do is to explain, sir. I would just want to appeal to you to.
No, one of our rules is that we shall not.
So what I'm trying to explain, I think what is fact, because right now, if you remember, I said the devil is in the details, right? For us to effectively deal with this, I needed to have, yes, to be fair, let us see the prospectus of.
Yes. Now say that, okay, that is not part of your money, the SEC. So that I won't say SEC staff that I hear to not that because SEC appears in form.
No, it's an opinion. It's an opinion. It's not. If you take monies that people get from the capital market, when you look at the distribution, one of the items you are going to find here is working capital. You will check it. I think it will be necessary to get all these prospectus, do an analysis, and look at how those things are distributed. You will not see a prospectus.
Let's just look at who raised money and lost it in the capital market. We want to see the list. Because if you don't have the list there, I don't know what you're doing as a government agency.
Yes, it's true. I have it. Yeah.
So, Secretary, know that this one lost it in the capital market. And the prospectuses they use in
I cannot assure you about that prospectus because it's not part of the document.
Okay, let's just have the list and then what they lost in the capital market. Then lastly, a portion associated with that before I'm done. I think we're just now these funds from the capital market. The insurance companies have scarcely made any returns on investment. Is it normal? Has that not contributed to the crisis of confidence we have in the market? Because if I put money in your hands, I expect something at the end of the day.